Hello, welcome back. So I thought, why not kick off December with a tag video? So this is the Yuletastic tag. I will have the original video that I got the questions from in the description of this video. This is a long one. It's 23 questions. Let's just jump in. So number one, favorite Yuletide / holiday tradition. I know it's overly commercialized. I don't care. My love language is gift giving, so that is my favorite part. I know it's stupid. I know that everywhere you look, it's so pushed. Everywhere. I know. I get it. I don't care. I love to do it. I plot out my gifts months in advance. Like, I will start planning, like, my husband's birthday in January. And right around his birthday, I start to plan Yule. Like, thankfully ours are summer birthdays, so we have time. But like, I will plot and plan gifts for months. And I love to do it. I love giving gifts. I love getting gifts. I think it's a wonderful thing. But not everyone agrees with that, but that is my favorite part. Number two, favorite Yuletide or holiday food? I'm gonna go with gingerbread cookies because it doesn't feel like Yule if you don't have a gingerbread cookie. Number three, favorite holiday movie? Honestly, kind of all of them. Like, we watch all of them. But the current favorite of mine is the 2018, I think, Grinch movie. Because he's just so awkward. And like, he doesn't want to go to the store into town during the Christmas season. Afterwards, he's fine. Like, he knows the neighbors. Like, it's not like he's some recluse out in the middle of nowhere. Like, he just doesn't do the holidays. Which, I know so many people that are like that I'm like, that's the best representation. Number four, favorite Yuletide holiday song. I'm gonna go with Santa Claus is Pagan Too by Emerald Rose. It's a fantastic song. I can't find it on Spotify. I'm really bummed about it because it would be in my holiday playlist, but that's one, it's just, it's so good. Number five, one thing you really want for Yuletide. So I've been eyeing this deck for years and it's on my list this year, so hopefully, since my hubby and my mom watch this, it's the Revelations Tarot deck. It's gorgeous. If you don't know, the cool thing about this deck is that the images are designed in such a way so that if it's reversed, it's a different image than if it's right side up. It's so cool. Number six, favorite Yuletide ritual. I love welcoming the sun back on sunrise on the solstice. Number seven, favorite Yuletide or holiday scent. The tree scented candles, like fir or evergreen or whatever. The Christmas tree one, that one's my favorite. Number eight, favorite herbs that you use during the season. Cinnamon, peppermint, nutmeg. I mean, really just the baking stuff. Number nine, favorite Yuletide or holiday story. I'm gonna go with The Nightmare Before Christmas as a story. Cause honestly, same. It's like Halloween, ooh, Christmas, nah, back to Halloween. Every year, just a cycle. Number 10, favorite crystals or stones to work with during the season. I usually use clear quartz and citrine. Number 11, favorite Yuletide or holiday. Every single question is the slash. We're just gonna stop with the slash. It's getting old. Favorite Yule memory. I mean, it's not like a specific memory that I have, but like when you were a kid and you would get to go down the stairs in the morning and the tree like got surrounded by presents that weren't there the previous night. My parents have done this for so many years of my life. They would have the tree with just a couple presents underneath, and then Christmas night, they would go, or I guess Christmas Eve night, whatever, they would go and put a bunch under the tree, and then I'd come down and it's like, oh my god. Because, you know, you're like, ooh, I wonder what's that, what's that, what's that, what's that? And then you'd come down in the morning and it's like, whoop. It was the best thing ever. Again, gift giving is my love language. Number 12, favorite Yule ornaments. I have this sun catcher thing, like the painted glass things that has a sun on it, that my mom got me eons ago for a Yule, and it's one of my favorites. Sometimes I'll hang it on the tree, sometimes I hang it in a window, but regardless, it comes out every single Yule. Number 13, favorite Yuletide gift you've received. I'm gonna be really boring and just be like books, because there's been so many times that I will get a stack of books, and sometimes they end up being some of my favorites. One year, my brother got me a book because he was like, I don't know what to get you, so I saw this book. It's a vampire book. You like vampires and you like books, so here you go. And I ended up reading the entire like 12-book series before the new year. From Christmas to the new year, pretty much. Every day I was like, Dad, we need to go to the store, we need to go to the store, we need to get more books. Because they were like small books, don't get me wrong. But yeah, the Cirque du Freak series, I loved that. But also even more recently, last year, my mom and my husband got me a stack of witchy books. I've read all but one of them this year, and that's just because that one I've used as a reference throughout the year, but I didn't actually read it cover to cover yet. I don't know if I'm going to before Yule. I haven't picked my books for this month yet, because I'm recording this a little early, but yeah. Other than that, like, I love getting books because I read all the time, obviously. Favorite Yule holiday decor color thing, green, because it's just Christmas. If you have green, it's Christmas. 15, best way to practice self-love and self-care during the holiday season. Personally, the best thing I've ever done is just live my life a little bit slower and just take it easier. That is a privilege, I know, because I, now being able to work from home and basically be a housewife, which I thoroughly enjoy as somebody who is constantly sick. As of right now, I have a bit of a migraine going on, and I feel like I've been ran over by a truck, and I felt like that for about a week now, so it's been awesome. I get to live my life a lot slower this time of the year, so I'm not forcing myself to get up early. If I want to sleep in, I can. And I just take things a lot slower. Like, instead of rushing to get your coffee and hurrying off to go do work, like, I'll sit and enjoy a cup of coffee. And I will just cozily, you know, snuggle up on the couch and watch a favorite TV show for a minute instead of having to work every second of every day. Like, just taking it a little bit slower and just the little things that you just get to enjoy. Try not to overwork yourself. Because I definitely do have more energy in, like, the warm months. And so just, there's like a thing. It's like a thing called, like, living slower or something like that. That's just what I do. Number 16, favorite god or goddess to work with for this season. I don't frickin' know. I guess, like, okay, so the thing is, I'm debating on honoring, like, multiple gods and goddesses during this time. I have a list. It's coming later in the month. But, like, I have set out kind of a list of deities that I want to work with throughout the, like, last 13 days of the year. So, like, obviously you got Odin, and then you got Frey, and then you got Thor, and then you got Balder, and then you got Skadi. Like, it's a lot of them. So, yes, to all of it. Number 17, do you have any specific plans for the holiday season of this year? I just talked about it. I'm doing 13 different deities that I'm honoring at the end of the year. And I'm also trying to write up a ritual of, like, a sort of, not quite an advent calendar, but, like, I'll lead up to that with 9 days before. Haven't totally decided what that's gonna be, but we'll find out. Number 18, favorite Yule craft. I love wood burning ornaments. So, like, you get, like, a little piece of wood and you wood burn a design, and then you hang it on your tree. I haven't done it this year. I'm working on other crafts right now, but next year. Number 19, favorite Yule decorations. Evergreens with, like, pretty little ribbons on it, basically. So the tree, wreaths, garlands, whatever. It's just so pretty, and it reminds you of the season. Number 20, favorite Yuletide hymn or carol. Because they said hymn, I was like, listen, we're gonna go hard the other way. So this is one of my absolute jams for this time of the year. It doesn't apply anymore because I sold my old car, but it's called My Rusty Chevrolet. And the one specifically that you have to listen to is by D-A, Yoopers? Y-O-O-P-E-R-S. Oh my god, that was my anthem. My first car constantly had problems. And, like, you couldn't, like, roll up the windows, because of course not. Which led to other problems, like ordering pizza and you had to, like, open your door to grab it out of the drive-thru, and there your car goes because you didn't think to put it in park. Like, it was a magical time to have that car. It had so many things. And you pop the hood, and it was a Suzuki engine, because literally Chevy just slapped the label on it. And so every time I would hate my car and it was this time of the year, I would listen to that song. I'm like, oh my god, it is my car. So many things were broken in that car. Number 21, do you celebrate just Yule or Christmas or both, and what is the difference between them to you? So kinda-ish. We do the present opening thing on Christmas Day, the 25th, obviously, but we also will open a gift on Yule. And then we also just celebrate kind of throughout the whole time. Like, we'll usually throw a feast of some sorts on like Christmas Eve, but that doesn't necessarily feel Christmas-y. And like, we don't go to like church or anything, and we don't do like the birth of Jesus or any of the other gods really. And it's more of just like get together with family, and it lasts for days. But we also don't really do anything outside of like my nuclear family of my mom and my husband. That's pretty much it. So it's just kind of another couple days we get to open presents and watch movies and have really yummy food and just hang out and chill. But since I wasn't raised Christian, I have zero ties to like, oh, we gotta go to mass or whatever, so no. That's the next question. Do you attend midnight mass or any other spiritual services during this? No, I'm a solitary witch. I do my own thing for multiple days, obviously. Because we got the 9 days leading up, and then we got 13 days, so I do a lot. And the last one, anything new or different you do that others do not? So there are other people, especially in the Norse, Asatru, heathen, etc. community, that do a 12 nights of Yule kind of deal. And they're like specific things. Some vary. Some are like you eventually have like the 9 virtues, which I need to research more on if that's part of the problematic group or not, because it varies. But also there's like, oh, but it's Mother's Night. And I'm like, no. If I'm gonna do Mother's anything, it's gonna be on Mother's Day, because I don't mind incorporating the secular holidays with the deities. So no. But like, I have my own 13 deities and 13 things I'm gonna be focusing on as the year comes to an end, and mine's gonna be starting with Odin, not Mother's Night, because a lot of times you're supposed to toast to Odin first. And to me, he's off doing his own thing, because he's doing the wild hunt before the end of the year. Like, does that match all of mythology? No. Do I care? No. And so I like that idea of like the 19th is when Odin, we send him off for his quest of gathering the lost souls, and then we move into honoring all of the different deities. And so yeah, like, I don't think anyone else is doing it that way, but it's fine. Thank you to my patrons. I'll have their names here on the screen if you'd like to support me and get access to exclusive content. It is patreon.com/nightwillowcrafts. Make sure to like and subscribe. I post every single day. And until tomorrow, thank you so much for watching, and blessed be.